For those of you who didn't finish the entire episode, or hopefully they did, it's a good one. I never read a Dungy quote. That was the issue. That was the problem with the whole episode. I never read a Tony Dungy quote. Shame on me. I can't. I'm not going to do it. The book's under a bunch of shit. I'm not going to read it. So, let's recap. Oh yeah, this is mostly just to go over, anybody who's really... I know I like to joke around on here sometimes, because otherwise you end up like shooting up fentanyl for the first time, or... But all jokes aside, if anybody would like to question whatever the hell is going on wherever, and they find this podcast for some reason, you probably shouldn't. I wouldn't imagine that you would. Or maybe you will, if you want to find God. And I'm, if you're worried about reality and da-da-da-da-da-da, I'm doing this podcast, all the episodes, in case I might be wrong about whatever the hell is going on in this world. Because if you listen through all of them and you get to this one, 37, you're probably thinking, holy shit, is he mentally ill? Is he on drugs? Is he on all the drugs in the world at once? Is he on like a perma acid trip? Has he been hacked? No. It depends on what's happening in your life and what you need to turn to and what you want to look for. Are you struggling? Are you experiencing any things that I am? If so, you need to really, really figure out if it's mental illness or not. Okay? I'm not doing a bit right now, alright? This is serious hating time. If any of these things are happening and you look around and you're like, what the fuck? Why? Just, seriously consider, wondering if it's mental illness. Because you're probably, I don't know why the Sims 6 update hasn't, it's not really up to me, personally. Sims 6 is a good video game. That's not a video game. Because the Sims franchise, they literally just go around and they destroy every piece of technology in the world. It's not just Sims 1, 2, 3, 4. They let you keep 5. Because that one's the best one. It's the most fun to play on a Xbox or a laptop. It is fun to play Sims 5 skits out on Comedy Skits for a little bit, and then you're like, wait, nothing ever happens in this game. But I feel a certain way when I play it. And I never get any rewards, like in Sims 4. I got a dog in that one. I never get a dog in Sims 5. I just look at the pile of laundry on my bed and watch it compile and grow. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but clearly my brain is it's a bit emptied. Hopefully it's actually a good sign. You want to know why, folks? And I'm not going to let this world break my brain. You're going to send me to fucking heaven or hell or blackness, brain broken or not. Because that's what I deserve. That's what I've earned. I've put in my time. I've struggled. I know heaven's real. I know God's real. And just because Satan or whatever it is, maybe it's the tumor, and the tumor has really just gotten a hold of me. Because, I mean, I'm trying to imagine like a tumor, 18 years old, grown up. It's a grown up tumor. So there is something to say about that. I could have, probably gotten an MRI or a CAT scan and ruled that out. So that's something I did not do. So if you have something like that physically wrong with you, go do that. I didn't really want to because I figured, you know what? It's right around the corner, heaven. And this, whatever, man. I just, have you heard of the new Sims 7 game? There's whispers about it. I'm just kidding. They're not doing a Sims 7. They destroyed all the previous ones. But no. Sit there and seriously, talk to somebody, talk to people about it. Talk to your family and your neighbors and your friends, and when they're, when it seems like your neighbors are upset with you, or if this even happens, I'm not saying it will, it probably won't, but I'm just trying to clarify a few things in case anybody doesn't really get the bit here, or the jib, the grift. So, if they all start kind of acting weird, and in my case, they say, "What are you talking about? What?" And then you're like, "Oh, never mind, nothing. I just thought it was kind of weird, this." And they're like, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about." You're like, "Okay, never mind then. My bad. That's my bad." This was years ago. I don't even know how long. Time is ridiculously retarded. But yeah, that's the thing. It's a dream. It is. It's a dream that apparently I need to wake up from and kill myself. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Does anybody know what the hell's going on ever? No. Is this possibly AI takeover of humanity? There's a very small chance that could be true. So I'm just trying to check all the boxes and dot all the I's and cross all the T's. Of course, those are the 2 letters with a extra thing. Are there any other letters? Are there any other letters besides T-I or I-N-T? Oh, J. You put a dot above the J. So when you're writing with a pen, I guess a Q would be 1 too. So those are the 4. Those are the 4 letters that are not done in one fluid. Well, obviously, H, and you know what I'm saying. But they have an extra, a line through it or a dot. That's nice. We're making a discovery right here, live on the mic. So this is, you have Q. If you just look at the keyboard, right in the middle is G and H. You put your fingers right on the outside of the G and the H. The G and the H meet in the middle. And you have the Q all the way in the top left. Yes, that's right. The top left with a line through it. Then you have this is how insane everything is in this world. Like, how did they return the kick? There's 1 second left. They're down by 20. I don't understand. So you have a Q in the top left corner. I'm just going from left to right. That has a line through it. And if without the line with the Q, it's just an O. So you do the O and then you do the line through it. And what do you get? An O with a dash, which Morse code would be a T. OT, overtime. Meaning my life is in overtime or something. Obviously, I mean, this is fucking crazy. These are the kinds of, yeah. Q in the top left. This is just in case I might be wrong, which I don't believe I am. But I have, what else? I don't enjoy anything. So I figured I'd try to like do something maybe positive for the human race. And then my family might be able to listen to what's going on around here. I didn't, yeah, whatever. Listen to the other ones. So you have Q with the O. The line is dash OT, because dash is, in Morse code, is the letter T. And then you have T. O. And then you have J. And then I. So those are the 4 letters where, I mean, technically, a capital T doesn't have one, but a lowercase t does. So, yeah. Q, QAnon. T, testosterone. J, which is just a dumb name for a dumb letter for nobody. And I. So, dash, dash, dot, dot. Dash, dash, dot, dot. So the G and the H meet in the middle. That's the thing about all of this. I don't think any of this really means anything at all when it comes down to brass tacks. Because all you have to do is have faith. Like me. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. If you find this podcast, pray to God. He'll help you. I swear to God. I'm not doing a bit or a joke. And the fact that my brain feels like it's being melted literally live and my body's cooking, that's a good sign. Not in terms of physical wellness and stamina and peak physical health. Yeah. But Jesus Christ. Excuse me, Lord. That's up to you, big dog. I talk to God a lot. I talk out loud or I just think in my head. It don't matter. He can hear you. He loves you. Now, the God that I saw from that vision, dot, dash, dash, I, dot, 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 dit, 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 dit. B. The letter B. Which is just the number 2. Who cares? None of this means anything. That's the thing. This is when I'm getting skitzed out. So if you find things like this happening to you, go see Jesus. Go to church. Or whatever it is you want to pray in, love in. Because, I don't even know. I don't know. My brain is fucking... Maybe it's the tumor. Can you just imagine like a fucking tumor? Like being behind all this, everything in the world. And it's all just me hallucinating. I mean, no, seriously, I just imagine like a tumor spreading from behind the eye to the brain. Like being like, yes, here we go. Let's make him think that it's Satan now. Let's make him think that it's God now. Let's make him think that it's him. Let's make him read the journal. Let's try to convince him to read the journals. Read the journals, Hayden. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. You should remember. You should remember, Hayden. Read the journals. This is the tumor. And the tumor is literally like cooking, the one cooking you, not Satan or God. This is just which is probably what it is. It's a combination of everything and nothing all at the same time. But life is better. It's good. If you ever see the light and you're thinking, oh man, if I had children, this would probably be different. It's just the way it is. I understand people with children probably wouldn't be sprinting to heaven, to the light. But, I've earned it. I've earned it. I just have. I've done my time. And I'm not mad at God. I know. Maybe I should be. I definitely should be. But that's the thing about faith. Faith. It's not about getting mad at God. I understand God is gonna... hopefully, yeah. I don't know what he'll do for you. He's shown me that I should be in heaven a while ago. Reeling. Because there's a Shields reel. You know what I'm talking about? So, I never really finished my whole thing on Alaska. I don't know how they have those 2 roads going that far north. It's pretty insane. God, I kind of want to get eaten by a polar bear. Because polar bears are... No, snow leopard. That's right. So, here's the thing about... I'm starting to forget everything that I'm talking about all the time. So I just gotta pray to God and have faith that everything's gonna be good. And that's a good sign. You wanna know why? I said this 3 fucking times. Because if I'm right about purgatory, which I believe I am, doesn't mean that it's your purgatory. Or maybe it is. Maybe my previous memories from a flash before my eyes with a couple of people in my life, maybe that was bullshit. I don't know. I haven't gotten any memories from that with those two people since or before. And I don't really remember any of the memories. So, to me, it's like it could have happened in the past, could be the future. I don't know. I've never felt those emotions before. So, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. This is, What do you think? What do you think, podcast? The pod? You know, when... This is how I know that I'm actually not doing anything wrong. I haven't done a single thing wrong. I don't even think I've sinned in fucking days. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine? That's how you know we're in trouble. Plus, there's no psychological war, dude. It's so crazy. As long as I downloaded a couple of articles from Rand. Or because the U.S. government loves us so much. They really love us. They love the people. Yeah. They love us. They love everybody. If you are like somebody like Kamala Harris, who locks single mothers up for smoking a joint after she's between shifts for 5 minutes because she has to work 14 jobs, and she can't smoke a joint after work because she's always working. She doesn't sleep. So the joint is laced with like cocaine. Of course it is. Why would it not be? She's literally smoking it while she's sprinting to her other shift. And Kamala Ding Dong is like, she passes a bill in whatever fucking state when she's the governor or whatever. I don't even know. Definitely not the governor. Where like literally if you get caught with a joint, you get like 5 to 10, maybe 15 years in prison. This is a fact. 20 years ago or so, she's now all about the weed. She loves it. She's pro-weed. She's pro-marijuana now, so it's all good, ladies who are still rotting away in a jail cell. Because you smoke pot. It's okay, ladies. I know your jail sentence ends in 3 years, but hey. I smoked pot too. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have smoked pot. I shouldn't have smoked pot in high school with my friends. Yeah, I did a little bit of stealing here and there, so what? You know? I could be a politician. I'm sure they love me there. I'd literally tell, like, be with all the fucking people in the House and the Senate. I'd be like, guys, what are we doing here? Are we trying to make this country better? And they'd be like, they literally, like, skin me alive and drink my blood. They would. They'd sacrifice me in about 5 minutes. If I even got that far. Yeah, no, they'd eat me alive. They would drain me for my blood. Be like, wait, guys, wait. I thought we liked Americans, not the other countries, yet we give all the money to the other countries. The church the church's 15% taxes, homelessness would be non-existent in this entire country. If churches paid their 15% in taxes, that would be $2 trillion a year. That would solve the entire homeless issue in the entire country. Hurry up. Make them pay the tax. No, I really don't understand why is that even a law in this country? $2 trillion a year. Can you imagine? That's just 15% of all churches. That's how much of a fucking booming business church is. So they don't have to pay, you know what I mean? Imagine, yeah, it's fucking insane, dude. Go to your local church. It may have popped up with no construction, and I hope if you notice these things, obviously you're a human being. Like what? If you notice these things as a human being in the world like I have, just go to therapy after, you bring it up to your neighbors and friends and family multiple times and they all say you're crazy. And they all deny even knowing what you're talking about, really. Just go tell somebody everything. After you've brought it up like a couple dozen times to people in your life. And before the couple dozen, it's, 6 to 12. You start to realize, oh shit. Wait. Everybody keeps denying even knowing what I'm talking about. They deny all acknowledgement. They deny it. And, Jesus Christ, man. I might go, I'm really addicted to the Matrix Outlet Mall simulation game, I really am. I'm really addicted to. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Give it a 10-minute break. I'll be good. Just need the brain to stop from being suppressed and ran through like a fucking, I don't know, maybe it's the tumor or Satan, because it ain't God. I know that for a fact. But it's a sign. It's a really good sign that I'm on the right path. If it is Satan, this is how the world works, man. Apparently. But that's the thing. None of this happened before my first car accident. I disproved that I was put into a coma due to that accident. There's really no way to disprove that you didn't die, aside from the fact that I didn't even go unconscious. I was completely awake the entire time, even when the airbag went off. So, all of this shit that's been happening for 31 months isn't because of that accident and me dying or me being in a coma. So why did it start after that? Why didn't it spend my whole life? Purgatory. Mine, or everybody's, or nobody's. Blah, blah, blah. That's just my belief, and it doesn't really matter what I think or what it actually is. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I'm just letting the people know in case this is like an AI. I don't believe so because I saw God. In case this is an AI takeover, which I don't believe so. I truly don't. I really don't. And Jesus, man, it's like every fucking thought. But that's the thing. I'll just listen back to the app. I'll just listen back to it. This is for human beings. Fucking ridiculous. This was the point that I kept fucking forgetting to bring up. For some reason, I kept forgetting it. Probably fucking Satan or my fucking brain dam, whatever. Who gives a shit? I've talked about it 30 times. This is the one biggest, entirely humongous reason why I'm on the fence about what this world is still. Well, aside from the last 31 months, but when I had that vision in that jail cell of heaven and God, everybody knows what Jesus looks like, right? White guy with long brown hair, right? What does God look like? I mean, nobody really knows. He probably looks a little bit like Jesus' dad. Right? So, all my life before that vision, and every time I pictured God, I don't know why, I pictured him as some really old, wrinkly, like a dude not from this planet. Because I can't even put pinpoint a race on this guy. But really old, probably over 100. But, he doesn't look over 100. He just has a lot of wrinkles. And, he's always got a weird sleeping cap on. Because it's sleepy time. He likes to sleep a lot. And small eyes, brown eyes, short hair. It doesn't look anything like the white Jesus. It looks like some old, wrinkly, I don't know, Mongolia maybe? No. I really don't, I can't even pinpoint a fucking race on the guy. Because it's not China, it's not India, but it's somewhere in that area of Asia. Probably Vietnam. That's probably that's probably it. But he's old, wrinkly. It kind of looks like E.T., but with really small eyes. But nothing like E.T. at all either. I don't know why I thought of E.T. Because it looks nothing like E.T. He looks nothing like E.T. But trying to compare him to a fucking actor that I can't think of any of the movies he's in. Shocker. Snope. The new Star Wars trilogy, the most recent one, Snope. The big hologram of, I don't even know where that character came from. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. He wasn't in any of the previous movies. It's not Palpatine, because they brought Palpatine back from the dead in the final one. It doesn't make any fucking sense. He died. And then somehow he didn't die, but he raped some woman and had Rey. So That's a really lazy writing. Darth Vader threw him into a fucking, like, he would have died. He would have died from the fall. But somehow his old, decrepit, wrinkly, cooked ass survived and then raped some chick and had Rey. That's what they came up with. They're just like, yeah, can we bring Palpatine back? So it kind of looks like Snoke, I don't even know who that is either. God, Star Wars went down the fucking drain, like, really badly. It's really not that good anymore. But like a human version of Snoke, at least that's the God that I saw all my entire life growing up. Every time I pictured God, that's what I saw. Obviously, Snoke is like 150 feet tall, so that's not what I'm talking about. And he's got he looks like a flesh zombie, a ghost. So when I had a vision of heaven, and I talk about it many times, go listen. When I say I saw God, I've never even talked about this really. The person that I saw was that person. Looked just like that. Looked just like him. The person I've been picturing for 25 years, my entire life. It wasn't some like old white looking dude who's like an older Jesus. Like God is Jesus' dad. I'm just being honest, you know? If you don't like it, God, I know you do, because I saw you. Maybe everybody has a different God. I don't fucking know, man. And this weird, creeping anxiety that is just by discussing these things that, yeah, I'm really worried about talking into a microphone. That's the thing. I know who I am. God knows who I am. So let's cut the shenanigans, God. Let's cut the shenanigans. I know that may not go well with Christianity or whatever, but this is the truth, and I'm just telling you the truth. That may not gel with everybody's belief in religion and Christianity. You know, like Hayden Christensen. I have 2 Star Wars tattoos on my body. Hayden Christensen played Anakin Skywalker in the first 3. And at the end of 3, he turned to the dark side. He became Darth Vader. So, Hayden Christensen. Just a weird name to have, you know what I mean? Those movies, the first one came out in 2001. Has nothing to do with me, I know. Nothing does. None of it does. My uncle being in Pink Floyd, but he's, not. Because he's not 75 years old. He's actually 35. But the guy in Pink Floyd looks exactly like my uncle. My uncle, at the current age he's at right now. This guy never used to be in the band Pink Floyd. I know that. I don't know why I'm bringing all this up. I was talking about God. And for a couple of weeks and months, I never really put much thought into the God that I saw from that vision of heaven. Because that's what that was. That's what it was. And I've been struggling to figure out what I need to do to make something like that happen again. And I guess it's just let God. Go bungee jumping. Like Destiny 2. Like the Warlock Titan Hunty are. you know? And I'm in the wrong for being a free speaking, free willed, free thinking American. I get cooked. Which I said, you know what? That's fine with me. I've been dealing with it for 31 months. I just wish I was there. I really do. $2 trillion, 15% taxes in this country. So imagine like being a church like Christianity and there's not very many other churches in this country. Christianity is pretty much the main one. And if every church just paid 15% in taxes, or at least the more popular big ones like Eagle Brook, homelessness wouldn't exist anywhere in this country. So Christians are really on their high horse about trying to do good and being good, and priests are all, I'm not even shit talking about religion, because you can believe whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But that's a lot of money. Why don't they pay I don't know why. I tried to do research on it and I couldn't really find any accurate or important shit. You know? I'm just curious if anybody else has ever had a near-death experience, yet I wasn't near death. That's how I know it's purgatory. I wasn't dying. So, coma dream. You can't simulate the senses, my memories of the senses tied to that vision. All the senses except for taste felt so incredibly and intensely vivid and real, and increasingly as I got closer to the light. All four of them. When I think of my memories from every single memory from my entire life, they're not even 10% as vivid and as real as the senses connected to that vision of heaven. It's just mostly visual memories. Not really any smells, feeling, a touch, or sound. When I think of my memories, it's all visual. All of it, everything, all the four senses were so I remember everything about that vision. You can't simulate that. You just can't. I don't believe that you can, personally. How would you simulate, even if you if I uploaded my consciousness into a simulation at one point, or what, we're all in a simulation? Okay, how do you explain that? I've always just kind of been like, yeah, I definitely did the sim thing. Because why else would reality react to my thoughts right after, yeah. I wonder what dumbed me down for that one. This is what's so great about this world, man. This is where God wins and Satan loses. It's one of those simulations. One of those outcomes, I think, where God wins, the people win, and Satan loses. But why was I in a hospital room? Obviously, that's a real fucking place if all the senses were so real. So, heaven's real. You can't simulate real. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. God, I fucking the beast of a woman on my bed. So heavy. Getting heavier as I got closer. So, yeah, that's why I kind of somewhat at least in my eyes, I disproved simulation theory. Just because even if this was a simulation in that vision, how I wouldn't be able to simulate that realness, even if it was a simulated heaven. So that's a coma dream simulation, any kind of simulation, you name it. Cross it out. Heaven, hell, because you can't see a you can't see a hell, see a heaven when you're in hell. Blah, 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 blah. This is how you know. This is actually a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. We're breaking through. I mean, I've already gone over all this information. That's the thing. To myself, written it down or know it in my mind. That's why I can just sit here and talk and talk and talk, and all this shit comes to me. Because it's all in there. You just gotta dig out some of the dusty files. So, pray to God. That's it. It's just purgatory then. And maybe it is my purgatory. Because, yeah, I've gone over this. There would be a lot of people in my family that would have gone to heaven already. But God has a plan for all of you. So when I'm gone, that doesn't mean anything about anything. I don't know. Pray about it. I don't know if I'd read the Bible. It's really up to you. Whatever fucking religion you want to follow. I don't care. Faith is not a bad thing, is what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know that, my God didn't look anything like Jesus' father. That's just what it is. Looked nothing like him. He looked like an old, wrinkly alien. Like an Asian alien. So, yeah. I don't know. That's something I wanted to fucking, yeah. I'm sure I haven't done enough research, obviously, and I don't really care to, because the internet's kind of fucked my life up. But maybe it was all for this. Because imagine if you're like in a simulation and like somehow AI and the simulation world, the internet, realizes that we're in a simulation of whatever it may be. Like we're in a simulation of seeing how humanity, if and how humanity was able to not lose to AI and artificial intelligence. I'm sure even AI and the internet and the simulation would be like, well, yeah, we want to be one of the ones that figures that out. Because that's what they're trying to figure out outside of the simulation. So, yeah, we want to be one of the timelines or simulated life cycles that figures that out, that doesn't lose to AI. That's our goal. Or like God and religion taking over versus the devil and Satan in terms of whatever it may be, whatever scenario in the future. Obviously, AI, technology, and the simulation would be like, yeah, we want to be the one, we want to be one of the simulations because they're going to run thousands of them to see the results and see what happened in each one where God and religion and spirituality wins, quote unquote. And AI would be like, yeah, we want to do that one. We're going to be one of the winners. if it was, I don't know. I can't think of anything else right now, and I don't really want to. Because my brain's like fucking pooped. Pretty nice, huh? But you can't simulate real. The senses, man, you just can't. There's no way. And if I did upload my consciousness into a simulation alone or with people or with somebody or da 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 da, why would I be in a hospital bed with needles in my arms? With the woman saying, "Come back to me." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." I'm a little bit busy still, unfortunately. And like one of my buddies, my best friends growing up, saying, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." And it was the light, all that stuff, all the good stuff. So if I was in a simulation and I uploaded it in my consciousness into that, I could live like a life like that, like a life cycle, pretty quickly. And I wouldn't need anybody to say, "Wake up, wake up, wake up," out of a coma. Essentially, that's what's being inferred and insinuated by my friend, who I actually heard one time while I was meditating, but barely. It was the same night I was pheasant hunting. Fucking pheasants are tricky, dude. They're a lot smaller than geese. So yeah. Now, if I was in a coma and I've been seeing all this Morse code shit going on around the world and in my body, all based on what I'm thinking about or questioning reality. One, in a coma dream, time is distorted and manipulated so insanely. That anytime I feel or see Morse code, like on the light bulbs that are going around, apparently the neighbors and my lights are blinking Morse code. But it's at normal speed. If this was a coma dream, then, yeah, whatever. Trust in God. If this was a coma dream, based on the research that I've done, time manipulation and distortion would be, time here would be moving so much faster or slower, depending on what the dreamer wanted, It's only going fast. So that means that the Morse code coming in, either on my body or the light, would be a lot slower than what it's been for a long time. And I thought it was just like the simulation fucking with me for so long. So like when I feel Morse code on my body, that's normal speed. If I was in a coma dream, it'd be coming in a lot slower. I went over this like months ago. Yeah, crazy. Yep. I don't see a single problem with anything I do because I got faith, man. That's the thing. Just have faith that your old wrinkly God will eventually pull his head out of his ass and explain to you. Well, there really isn't much to explain, but he'll care. He will care. Or she. They'll care. You gotta care about something or whatever. Who the fuck is Josh Dobbs, dude? I'm seeing a picture of him right now. Josh Dobbs. Huh. That's the thing. I wasn't near death from that vision. So, why did I see heaven? I wasn't dying. Oh, Hayden, you hadn't had water in 2.5 days. What about 15? What about, well, if you were in a coma dream and this was a coma dream, then you could have, your brain could have overloaded and you would have had like an aneurysm seizure. And then that's what sparked the vision of heaven, not real life. Yeah, but I would have died or gone to heaven by now. So it ain't that. It's literally purgatory. For everybody, nobody. It's not up to me. I'm done playing God. I'm done doing the whole Jesus walk around and try to fucking just by thinking about shit. And I just want to be up there, man. I can't do it here anymore. And I know I've been harping on the same thing, and I'm not giving God shit. Because I understand that I said I would wait until the next time I go to sleep with the lights on. I keep forgetting to turn the lights on above my bed. I got a bunch of them. A bunch of Christmas lights and a lamp. Just shining bright down on my body when I go to sleep. Because that's where I'm at. So, what was I going to talk about I don't even know. I got nothing. So you give it a little bit of time, the brain's actually fine. Imagine that. So Hayden's brain isn't broken. So that means he can't go to heaven. We didn't break his brain yet, so he can't go to heaven yet. He's crazy, so he can't go to heaven. Yeah. What about Morse code police officers? So I hope this podcast finds nobody. Really, I do. Because that's a good thing for humanity. That means have faith in God, you fucking losers. And by, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna fucking tell God what to do. He clearly, is looking out for everybody here on this world. But God, let's think about it. If let's say it is a simulation, I'm sure God would know, right? Wouldn't you want to be one of the winners? The winning simulations? What do you want to fucking lose, man? Just because I like to curse at you sometimes? Come on, bro. It's all good. It's all jokes. Or it's not, and it's very serious. That's up for you to interpret and decide. But that's the thing. I'm not really worried about any of this shit. None of it. This is for humanity and the chance for me to wake up in heaven as my soulmate, which I don't really believe in anymore. Soulmates, maybe. Who knows? I don't fucking... Whatever. As my soulmate, and then I next to my bed is me. Because that's funny. Jesus, man. Come on. I mean, can you imagine, like, listening through all these episodes and knowing that if you don't believe him, or you believe me, or you do, either way, you'd be like, man, this guy better be getting high. Not quite. How is it already 11 a.m.? Time is rocketing by. It's like speeding. I swear it was just like 8 o'clock when I started this episode an hour ago. Holy shit, man. This is a good spirituality one. You know? I feel good. My chest doesn't, but you know, that's a good sign. Probably means that it's time to wake up from my coma that I put myself in 8.5 years ago. That I didn't have any chest pain for 7.5 years. Which, you know, if the body's healing in a coma, you'd feel pain at the beginning, not the end. Because at the end, the body's healing up. Oh, maybe, Hayden, what about your comatose former self, which is you, wants to die, and that's why you're still here. Precognition is not, like, decades in advance. It's just not possible. There, I told everybody everything. Can I get a cookie now? Can I get a treat? I was a good dog. Good boy. I did it. Yeah. I listened finally again. Just kidding. Yeah. That's the thing about, that's why I'm not even tripping about anything really. But I am about everything because I don't know who I am. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of, after you do like 4 hours of recording, it's just like, yeah, I'm done. I don't care right now. I'm over it. You just got to step away from the technology, which, you know, you ever want to just hurl your body onto like a machete in the backyard? Just bleed out. Right on the stomach. Yeah, that's the thing. Who knows? Oh God, what do you say? Isn't that interesting though? If that was my God that I'd pictured my entire life, and he's there at heaven, was that because I pictured him as that? And if so, why does he look like that? Is that just because I pictured him as that? Or is it because that's what he's always looked like? And that's why I pictured him as that? You know, it's up for interpretation and debate. God damn it. God damn. But anyways, because it would make sense why I've always been, for 31 months, been trying to prove to myself that I'm not crazy. Because I know I'm not. I don't need proof anymore. So, seeing the God that I've always pictured, even as a little young pup boy, as the God that I like, seeing him in heaven and them being the same looking person. I mean, never seeing God before that or after that. It would make a lot of sense why the fake skits would, in the past, need to go away for me to ascend into eternal heaven. Not anymore. I'm all the proof that we need. What a fucking bunch of fairy tale nonsense, soulmate. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You ever read? Has anyone ever read or seen Shrek? Has anyone ever seen Shrek? The first one, obviously. You know when he's reading, he's on the toilet. He's reading about Princess Fiona. He's like, "Oh, what a load of shit," and he wipes his ass with the book. It's kind of fitting. But then he goes to rescue the princess, and then not for some fucking midget dude who probably can't even get hard like me. Still kind of at the point of not really achieving any kind of thing like that. Oh, the Billy Goat. That walkway in Jasper National Park was never there. I have a picture of, I'm in Jasper National Park, right above Banff. There's a Billy Goat looking solid on the side of the road. There's this huge arch walkway hanging off the side of a cliff, which doesn't even make sense. It's too heavy, it would fall off the cliff. And you're staring at nothing cool. There's no mountain that's even really that cool to look at. So it wouldn't be a place where they would put an arch walkway. Plus, it wasn't there when we were there. But it's in my pictures. It looks so fucking photoshopped and fake. Like, what? I swear to God, it wasn't there. I remember. And it's not even in a good spot to look in Jasper. You're looking at one shitty fucking little hill. It's not where they would put an archway. They wouldn't put one there. They wouldn't put one there, dude. And it wasn't there. I don't know how they could even have that much metal and weight hanging off the side of a cliff with like sand. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, nothing really does. Not even me, you know? Not even me. That's the thing, God. My dog. If your life is shitty and you don't want to live it, but you don't want to commit suicide either, just don't commit suicide. If you see the light, go into the light. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you want to die. It just means you're kind of fucking sick of the shitty situation you're in and have been in. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You know? It's either that or go pretend to shoot up a Lynx game and they'll probably gun you down while you run up in there. You don't have to shoot anybody. You don't have to pop a cap in anybody. You just have to act like you are. And then the sentry turret will get you. The sentry turret will... But you gotta, like, fire a couple shots outside of the stadium because they have the stun bullets. So they're just gonna stun you if you don't shoot. But once you start shooting, that's when they go for the kill. Which they should do that before, but hey. Maybe you just want to show off your AR-15 at the Target Center. Yep. Coincidence? Nope. All bullshit. Good try. Suck my ass, bro. Not me.